Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the What Do I Know Sports podcast. This is your host, of course, Jeremy Davis, just an average fan talking all sports all the time. But today I want to switch it up. Today I want to talk about fashion in sports and what that means. Fashion has become such a huge thing in sports. You can turn on any sporting event or any activity and you can see some crazy outfits. One thing that I'm starting to realize is that fashion in sports is becoming all about being an individual. And take it from someone who owns over 30 pair of shoes. All right. I love the way the shoes look and I love the way they make me feel. Deion Sanders once said, if you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good. And if you play good, they pay good. So that is something that I live by, even though I don't get paid to play. But I feel like that's the truth. When you go out on a basketball court, or on a soccer field, or on a football field, if you have the newest and latest, greatest shoes, you feel good. You just feel like, you have the best available thing out there. Just like if you go on the court with a new basketball, you feel like you can shoot better. You go on the soccer field with some new cleats or a football field with some new cleats. You feel like you can run faster. You can cut harder. And that eventually leads to better play, believe it or not. But then there's also things that you shouldn't do, which we see all the time. If you go to your neighborhood YMCA or rec center and you see people with the headbands and the both arm sleeves and leg sleeves and you have all the knee pads and all that, I think that's overdoing it. That's a little bit too much. And if you're out there doing that, please stop. Because believe me, we are making fun of you out there. But there's nothing wrong with having a fresh headband on or some fresh pair of socks. It's just something about that makes you feel good. And as sports become more about the individual, you see more of that. In football, now people are, getting their own type of brand of shoes, and that makes them play better. In basketball, we've seen that for a long time, since the 70s and 60s, starting with Converse, all the way to Nike, all the way to Michael Jordan. I mean, Jordan hasn't played in about 20 years, and he has the biggest selling shoe of all time. Fashion is real crazy. Basketball mostly, because I remember seeing clips of Walt Frazier and him in his post-game outfits and Calvin Murphy with his crazy looking suits. But then I go back also to Allen Iverson. In game, on the bench, getting his hair braided during the game and wearing big chains and having on these big old jerseys and big pants, so much that the commissioner at the time had to make a rule because it was getting crazy. I mean, just showing your individuality is becoming so important in sports. It's crazy to now, like my man Russell Westbrook, God bless his soul, I don't know what he be wearing half the time, but it represents him. And then that also comes down to the branding in sports. Every superstar athlete has some kind of brand, whether it be from Adidas to Nike to Under Armour, and they pay you to wear their stuff. There was a story a while back. When James Harden was with Nike and he was just been signed to Adidas, $200 million, signed him to Adidas. The next day he's wearing Jordan and everybody went crazy because Adidas, they called him or something and was like, please remove the picture of you with Jordans, blah, blah, blah. And I just couldn't believe that had happened for real. So being, fashion is one of the main things in sports, and I love that people are now becoming more about the individual style, and I love that the basketball commissioner now, Adam Silver, he is allowing people to wear whatever color they want. For a long time in any sports, you have to be in line with your jersey color or the team's colors, blah blah blah. But Adam Silver, Adam Silver is he's really big on the new upswing of how an organization should be ran. Roger Goodell. But I love the fact that he's giving players just the individuality aspect in the game. So hopefully we'll see more of that in the future. I know in football it's harder to do because there's so many players. But I would love to see, players' individuality on the field. I think that's how people like us, the regular fan, that's how we get to know some of these players. And it makes a big difference as far as wanting to support a person or something. So then that makes me ask the question, how do you guys and girls feel about branding on the jerseys? In the NBA, it's really starting to pick up. They've always had this in soccer, where they're starting to pick companies and put the branding labels on there. Does that really make you want to go out and find, something from Fly Emirates or something from Wish.com, like on the Lakers jerseys? I've always wondered that. How do people really react to it? Really doesn't matter to me. I don't care what's on the jerseys. Most of the time, I'm not going to be looking for anything. I know where I shop at, so I probably don't look outside of that. But if you have an answer, please give me a call or email me so we can get you on the show. That would be something that I would love to find out from you guys. But then again, once you reach that level, it really doesn't matter what's on your jersey. It doesn't matter what type of shoes you have on. It doesn't matter any of that. If you can ball, you can ball. Now for us regular people who go to the rec centers and the YMCAs and we play, it always feels good to look nice, and it always feels good when you have a fresh pair of shoes on or some fresh kicks. It just makes you play better. But then again, what do I know? Thank you for tuning in. Catch you next time.